You do realise people have branded this podcast comedy.
People are weird. Hello and welcome to Confessions from the Backseat. I'm Andrew Dane.
I'm Carl Royal.
And this week we'll be talking about all sorts, I think. So do you want to kick us off, Carl? Or
Well, I think people have been saying when they've jumped into the podcast that they don't always get the point. I don't think we get the point sometimes.
Is there a point to this?
Well, we had a concept, didn't we? I think so. It's better to let people keep reminding people what that concept is, because we don't have a big rah-rah at the beginning. We've got no big theme tune.
A big rah-rah?
Rah-rah.
What, like a massive tiger or something?
Rah. That's another one. That's my tiger impression. We got one of these straight at the beginning. Rah.
Oh my! All right.
So, the idea of Confessions from the Backseat is two working magicians. They're out on the road all the time, and it gives you an idea of the kind of things we talk about when we've got nothing else to talk about, our observations and our angst against the world.
So really what you're saying is, when we finished a gig and the caffeine and the adrenaline's kicked in and we're just rabbiting on and just...
Also, as somebody else said a few weeks ago, and I think I said this on the last one, it's like sitting next to a couple of blokes in a pub and listening to their conversation.
Yeah, well, that's ideally what we wanted, wasn't it, really?
I think so. And do you know people have started interacting with us now?
Get away.
No, they have. Do you know, we remember Spencer? From one of the other... We mentioned him in one of the other episodes. Something was quite funny, because I did one of my impressions, didn't I? I said, apparently Spencer's from Liverpool. You've done
it again?
Yeah, I just did it again.
Yeah, go on.
Well, I met him.
Get away.
No, I met him.
What, did he turn up?
Yeah, and do you know what he said?
I don't know. Go on.
He sounded... He could not have sounded any more like the impression I'd done of him. He had the broadest Scouse accent going, and
now from what you're just saying, I don't know whether is Spencer real? Have you made him up? Is he your imaginary friend?
He's actually an imaginary friend, Spencer. Do you know? Somebody sent me a message yesterday that said,
"You've been very popular this week, haven't you?"
I believe. Well, I thought that was the idea. As the social media guru, because you don't do any, do you? Well, you do, but we'll talk about that later.
No, we won't.
I've got a feeling we will.
No, we won't. Is this our first spat? We won't, Carl. It's not Panto. It's not behind me.
So, I get a message of someone saying, I believe you met Spencer this week. Be careful. He's a right stalker.
Yeah,
you'll never get rid of him.
Yeah, well, put that out there when he's listening. Shall we give Spencer your address as well?
I think he'll know it. I met him on neutral territory. He brought me a present as well.
Was it?
Yeah,
what was it, like a decapitated head or something like that?
It was a magic present.
Was it?
Yeah. And he brought me a memory stick with a film on it.
Spencer, where's all my stuff?
Yeah, but you don't interact with him on social media.
Spencer, send me a message.
And then I've had... Twitter's been good.
Yeah.
People keep sending stuff on Twitter. And what they've started doing now is... because we've put a few films on Facebook of things like the comedy approval of Confessions from the Backseat.
Yeah.
And there's some funny ones on there now. I think they make me smile. That's why they're on there. That's how it gets approval.
Oh, is that what it is?
I don't even ask you, do I?
No.
Oh, that was funny.
I see a thing, my phone goes, and it's Carl's put something, and I'm like, all right, yeah, that's all right. Yeah.
So someone said, and this did actually make me laugh.
Go on.
It's a guy called Wayne Farrow. I think.
All right,
I think you know him.
He's a friend of mine. He's a fabulous wedding singer. He is. Now go and find him on social media. He's wonderful.
I've got to say, people. It's that kind of people who get what we do, because singers, other magicians, they're in the same boat of finishing a gig and they just end up talking absolute rubbish to the people who are with them, don't they?
Yeah, well, that's it.
So he's just gone on holiday.
He has. He's just come back, actually. He phoned me this morning.
Did he? I can't say... Well, I'm glad you said that, because I just realised when I said he's gone on holiday, anyone who knows where he lived, he could have gone round and robbed his house.
Yeah, he's back now. Don't worry about it, Wayne. You're all right. Watch your back.
But he sent me a video.
Oh, right.
Which I will put on Facebook.
Yeah.
Because it did make me smile. Where he's trying to take a picture of the sun setting.
Right.
Because you do that when you're on holiday, don't you?
Yeah,
He's at the beach and it's got this beautiful vista. And
Vista?
Yeah. Great topology.
There's a tarpaulin?
Something like that.
Right.
And the sun is going down slowly. And as he he'd been filming this for about 5 minutes and the blood was rushing to his arms.
Right.
But he didn't want it to go wavy. So he's got his... And then as the sun is just getting onto the horizon, it's just about to go down.
Creating a beautiful picture, Carl.
A boat goes in front of the sun. And then goes past it. And when the boat's gone past, the sun's gone. And it reminded me of another one I'd seen, which I've tried to find and I can't find it, where there's loads of people waiting to see his block of flats demolished.
Yeah.
And someone's got the camera out and they're filming it, and they're waiting for this bomb to go off. And a bus comes and parks right in front of them, and then you hear bang, and then when the bus moves, the block of flats has gone. It was more like a magic trick.
Well, there must be a small part of you when you do something like that inside, and you see it and you think, oh, that's going to be amazing on Facebook and YouTube. It's going to get some... Because people like it when stuff fails. They don't like it when it goes right. You tend to find it's...
But the great... So, social media's working. Viewing figures are up.
Viewing figures?
I've just realised we don't know what watches us do. We'll have to do that.
Well, I'm going to be... I'm sat here, Carl, and we've done this a while now.
Yeah.
And when we first started doing this, we'd have a pair of jeans on, I'd wear my boots, and a nice top, and you'd wear your jeans, and I'd come round once, and he had a shirt and tie on. Now, today, I've come round, and it looks like one of Peaky Blinders. Peaky Blinders, Outer Works brothers. I'm not kidding. He's got a flat cap on and the biggest hole in his sock. The toe just keeps peeking out at me.
We don't do viewers, so no one can see.
I'm seeing it. He's sat here and that toe's just offending me.
Look,
it's just looking at me through the sock.
Look, I'll pop it. Just take my sock off.
No,
completely.
don't take it off. I don't want to see rest at foot. Just
rest at foot.
Rest at foot. I don't want to see it.
I've put my toe away now.
You were just teasing me with it.
My teasing toe. The teasing toe.
Oh my word, Cheryl's a lucky woman. I tell you what.
Well, I think so too. I'm modest as well. But yeah, so other than that, we've got to ask people. Apparently, at the beginning of these, we've always got to say, please do tell your friends if you're enjoying the show, because we need to up the listenership, obviously, and not the watchership. And tell your friends, like everything on Facebook. What we try to do, we put images on and films on, and we try to match it all up. And the people who get it like it, and but yeah, the figures keep going up. Anyway, should we get on with what's been annoying?
Well, before we start,
attracting our attention.
You probably noticed. You mentioned I needed a coffee this morning.
Yeah. You look a bit tired, actually.
Well, yeah, I've had a busy couple
Your hair's
of weeks.
stuck up on top as well.
Well, I keep trying. I've had a busy couple of weeks, but I think... have you heard of this seasonal affective disorder?
Sad,
yeah.
Sad, yeah. You look sad.
Well, I don't think it's a seasonal thing, Carl. I think it's a weather thing. So I've come up with my own terminology for it.
But the weather's been awesome, apart from the last week.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. The weather's been... So I think I've got the whiffs.
I was thinking that myself, but...
No, it stands for...
I didn't know if it was you or Christian, but I know Christian's had a shower.
Well, it stands for... The weather is flipping shit. So, yeah, I just find that it's just been dreary and dismal, and I've just found, when I've driven over today, the weather's been awful. It's been...
No, it's been Typhoon Lagoon, hasn't it?
Typhoon Lagoon. Typhoon Lagoon.
Something like... Do you know what, though? There's ways of getting over that.
What, to get over me whiffs?
Yeah, to get over your whiffs, you've got to do stuff.
Yeah.
Because do you know what? The other thing is, a lot of people are listening in America.
Are they?
Norway, Scandinavia, yeah.
Well, that's because they think we have a special guest from America every now and again when you do your accent.
He'll be coming in later, won't he?
I don't know, will he?
I think so.
Yeah? Oh, well, I think we should.
I think we've only had a tiger up to now, haven't we?
Yeah? I honestly...
Oh, no, that was a rah-rah.
He just... But
so anyway, if you've been following the weather in England...
No, but hang on, Dawn. When he roars at me, he makes eye contact. He stares deeply at me and roars at me.
You love it.
I feel quite intimidated by it.
Don't be intimidated by me at all. I'm not the intimidating kind of person.
Well, if I don't laugh, I think you'll feel like you're going to just swipe at me with your Peaky Blinder cap.
I think we're going to have to take a picture of this, aren't we?
I think so.
We're not going to believe it.
No, we're going to have a picture of your Peaky Blinder cap, and I think, do you see?
Look, leave the Peaky Blinder cap alone, because I've realised something. I'm a little bit of a trendsetter.
Oh, yeah?
Because I bought this when I was in York the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm walking round, and I'm making a little observation, and then I went out yesterday, and I wore it yesterday, made a little observation. I am a trendsetter.
Go on.
There's no one else wearing one.
I'm not surprised.
I couldn't find one more person wearing a cap.
All you're missing is the Mac, and you do look. It is a Peaky Blinder cap, isn't it? To be honest, it suits you. It looks
Apparently,
alright.
it's the king of caps.
It's the king of caps.
The king of caps. Someone told me it's got a very special Italian name because it's made from one piece of cloth as opposed to being made. But this is getting really boring.
One piece of cloth?
Yeah, as opposed to pieces of cloth that are sewn together.
Well, I can see a big stitch line down the middle of it.
Yeah, but it's one piece of cloth stitched like that. It's the king of caps, yeah.
All right.
It's the one that the special people wear.
Yeah. I know. I'm looking at one.
I feel very special.
Yeah, well, there we go.
Like I say, no one else is wearing one, so I think I'm a trendsetter.
Yeah, well, that's it. I think that might be on my
So I
Christmas
just mentioned
list.
York.
Yeah.
So you're talking about your whiffs.
Yeah.
Now, what we did, the weather's been brilliant, hasn't it, up until last week?
Yeah.
So we thought, rather than go abroad this year, which when we looked at costs and things and fitting it in with everything else, it was just, it didn't make sense.
Yeah, not doable.
So we decided to have one of these staycations.
Staycation?
Have you heard of a staycation?
That's where you're at home and you do different things.
Yeah.
Just but basically holiday in the UK where you...
Yeah, but we used home as a base, so you're not paying for any hotels or anything like that. As it is, when we went to York, and we do you know what we stayed in? A youth hostel.
Yeah?
Yeah. No, we did stay in a youth hostel, which we did years ago. And so you do all have the same room. It's like a hotel. It's not like the old youth hostels events. It's had millions of pounds spent on it.
I must admit, I've spoken to a few people and they've said about these youth hostels where I imagined bunk beds with...
No, we had bunk beds. Yes, we did.
All right, okay. Yeah, but a room full of bunk beds. So
we had a room full of bunk beds. Yes, we did.
Okay.
And very thin mattresses, but it was clean.
Now, before, were you top or bottom bunk?
I was bottom.
You were bottom bunk, were you?
Yeah. But do you know what? All the family said that I snore, and I wasn't having it.
So did they record you?
Yeah, there's a video somewhere now.
So we'll put that up on Facebook. I tell you what we'll do if we get so many comments on Facebook. How many comments shall we get?
I think we only need 10.
Shall we get 10 comments? And if we get 10 comments, we'll stick Carl's video up of him snoring.
Please. And I've got to say, I think what they've done, because Christian's very good with the sound thing.
Yeah.
I reckon they've just got a picture of me sleeping and overdubbed
a baby elephant.
Because I can actually see the bed shaking, and I don't know how they've done that then.
Do you need an exorcism? Are you alright?
Ectoplasm coming out of my nose it's not a good thing. Oh, do you know what I'm worried about as well, just to jump back a little bit?
Not the ectoplasm coming out your nose.
No, bottom rot.
What?
I've not mentioned this for a while.
Where?
Bottom rot.
Hang on a minute. What sort of hostel was it? What were you doing?
No, this is nothing to do with the hostel. This is my tomatoes.
You were telling me about a hostel. You can't just...
Yeah, but I was thinking, while I was away, I was worried about my tomatoes, because people are going to be wondering, well, we mentioned them in the first 4 episodes. Why have I not mentioned my tomatoes?
Because we've had other interesting stuff to talk about.
They're ripe. We've been eating them, some really good ones, but there's one certain type of tomato that for some reason, and if you want to please let me know why, I've been told it's calcium in the soil, but you get bottom rot and your tomato looks lovely on the vine, yeah, and you turn it over and it's all black and encrusted and looks like it's all moulded away.
Oh, well, that's me not eating my lunch then today.
Yeah, and you can't really cut it off. They're done. But it seems to only be one of the type. My plums are all right.
Okay.
Plums are doing well.
Yeah, that's... I'm still on youth hostel. I'll be honest with you. I'm just...
I've got to say, the joy of 3 kids when you say we're going staying in a youth hostel. It's like, yeah, Dad, that'd be great. I bet we're going to walk for miles.
Were you having to share with other general public, or did you
private room with a ensuite bathroom?
Oh, right, so not even a shared bathroom.
No. It's not like that anymore. Oh, right. You can get rooms really cheap for 1 or 2 of you where you do share, but that's not. This is a family room, and I think that's the only way you can do it as a family, really. But they do all meals and everything. It's always in a really good place for wherever you're trying to visit.
You see, my sort of impression of you. I mean, I've not stayed in one. Oh God, I must have been 18.
That was a long time ago.
It is a long time ago, and even now, I still think it's, you're sharing a room with 10 other people. Sebastian with the dreadlocks is in the corner.
There's always a Sebastian.
Playing his guitar till 3 in the morning, and it's the same 3 chords over and over again, talking about how his India trip went and how much he lost when he got deli belly.
Is that weight or money?
Both.
See, I talk about ectoplasm out of the nose, and you talk about a bloke who went to India and lost everything through his backside. It's like, what? There's some good street theatre.
Yeah.
Do you know what? There's about 300 people watching this is for me to say, an escapologist.
Oh, right.
So we stopped to watch him.
Yeah.
And that was cool. And
did he get out?
And out of 300, I think he's still there.
What was he escaping from? Straight jacket?
Do you know what? He was called Daryl.
Yeah.
Great guy. And I had a chat with him afterwards.
We know a famous magician called Daryl, and he didn't escape, did he?
No, he didn't. I think there's certain places we can take that. And I'm going to refrain. But you know, we ended up, because I had a quick chat at the end, we had mutual friends, but with 300 people watching him, at least, and he's built up a really good crowd, he's got everything going, and you know what, of all the people he could focus on to take the mickey, where did he go? Me.
Did he pick on you?
Well, he had a very good joke, actually. Apparently he was getting everyone to count. And
was it about your hat?
No, I don't know if I had it on. But he said...
You mean there were a crowd of 300 people? You could have done your catwalk.
Yeah.
Into the middle, shown off your hat, and
I didn't know, but
it'd have been a sensation.
Everyone was counting to 10, and he came over to me and said, "Don't you know the words?"
What number did you get stuck at?
I wasn't. I think I was off. I think I was admiring his act.
You were daydreaming about your hat, weren't you? You were like,
"Oh my god, I bet I look great." All these people are all looking at me in my hat.
They're not looking at him. It's my hat.
And then even he focused on me as well. It's not that it's all about me.
No.
It's funny, at the end they all gave him money and no one gave me any.
Did they not?
No.
Well, they thought with a hat like that you don't need any more money.
Because it's classy.
That's what it is. Are you going to build it into part of your act? Or are you going to wear it while you work?
Well, the truth is, years and years and years ago, probably early 20s, I always wore
1920s.
Early 20s.
Your early 20s.
I think I was known as the Prat in the Hat at one stage.
I think it might be coming back.
Have you seen any news stories this week? Anything that's caught your attention?
Yeah, I've seen a few.
It's obviously amused you.
I as well as news stories, I sort of just browse through social media because I find what people post and what people do on social media, I think they can't. When we say stuff, we'll say stuff on here, and it's funny, and then we can talk about stuff privately, and we joke, and you say stuff that I'll say stuff to you in private that I probably won't say out in the real world because
you're going to talk about oversharing, aren't you?
Yeah, because you overshare, and you sort of sometimes in the moment you'll take things a bit too far, and you'll go, "Oh God, I shouldn't have said that." But it's funny, you're with friends, and they know you really don't mean it, and it's just and. So I was having a look, and I came across this news story. So a security guard over the last 6 months has been videoing himself and uploading the videos to YouTube and Instagram, and he's got sacked for it.
Okay, but when you say videoing himself?
So basically what happens is he looks a bit like Paul Blart, Mall Cop. The guy on the film. I'll show you the picture of him. So look, he's quite a cuddly young man.
Yeah, for all you listeners, this is a picture.
So he's quite a cuddly young man.
Oh right, yeah. He's slightly largish.
Yeah, he has a bit of a moustache, and
he's a little bit of a salad dodger, isn't he?
Well, yeah, that's the best way to put it. And he's got a bit of a Lego haircut.
Yeah, I can see that from here.
So he's been uploading these videos, and he's looking directly into camera.
Yeah.
And on cue, letting one rip. And he's doing this while he's at work. So his bosses have found out.
I've got one coming over. Quick, get the camera. Pull my finger.
So he's been doing this, and his bosses have found out.
How many has he done? Do you know?
Oh, he's been doing it for months and months and months. 6 months he has.
No, in 6 months, how many fart videos do you get?
Well, he works in a hospital, so he's in. So he's been working at the hospital, and rather than looking after people, he's been going, "Oh,
I've got one coming."
I feel a tweet coming through, and he's been looking now. He has got... Now, this is going to depress you now.
God, you're going to say he's got thousands of followers.
On Instagram. Are you ready?
No, go on.
28,000 followers. Just for...
Does he play a tune? What?
No, he just does one. Just looks into camera and goes... And that's it.
That's your first impression. Do you know? I've been doing tigers and rah-rahs and everything.
I've done an impression of a man's backside
with your face.
So yeah,
I want to know. Do you reckon because he's become popular doing this, whether he manipulates the situation? So do you reckon he's eating the kind of foods that make you fart on purpose? So he's like, do you reckon he's eating like loads of beans? Because
he's got shares in Heinz.
His fans have become quite disappointed. His fans have become quite disappointed if there was a gap where he wasn't brewing any. If he wasn't brewing one up like for a few days, they'd be going, "What's happened?"
Yeah,
he looks to me like he's going to explode anyway. So
internally combusted.
I don't think he's got any problem with what kind of food he's putting inside him to make him do one. Do you?
Yeah. So I mean, this is just one of the lines from the article. Doug faces the camera, lets off wind on cue, and bizarrely has 28,000 followers that absolutely love it. I mean, I know there's sites for every sort of niche that's out there.
Okay.
But I mean...
So he's got 28,000 followers.
Yeah.
And we've got 80 on Instagram.
We're going to have to do more farting, aren't we?
Enough, are we? Hey, do you know who popped his head up this week? And this is what's interesting doing the podcast. Tito.
No.
Do you know who Tito is?
Well, I don't know him personally, but I think he featured in the first episode, didn't he?
You've got a picture of him somewhere, haven't we?
Yeah, Tito, the golden ticket seller for heaven.
But somebody who'd been listening to all the episodes sent us a message. So I was only joking before. There's been more than 3 people sent us messages. And he first of all said something really nice, which was, I'm glad I've come into this when you've done quite a few episodes. I don't think I could have waited 2 weeks for the next one.
Oh,
I thought that was really nice, didn't you?
Yeah, either that or he's really impatient.
And then he said, love Tito. Love the story. And I'm like, who's Tito? I actually had to send him a message back going, thank you for your compliment about our show. Tito, ? Forgetting, that's probably the first thing he's listened to.
Yeah.
So he just thinks I'm raving mad.
And you're right, he is raving mad.
Because he comes back and goes, yeah, the bloke you talked about in your show. So I got a story which I found this morning.
Yeah.
And basically, I think Tito's been at it again.
Get away.
Or his promotions people have. And you can find this again. We'll put it in the right place.
Yeah.
There's a story where basically there's a load of people on a boat, and all of a sudden the clouds come down, and I'm painting a picture again, aren't I?
Yeah.
All the clouds come down. All of a sudden, angels appear. And then buildings like it's the gates of heaven.
Yeah.
All in clouds, and it's amazing. I mean, they've got pictures of what people saw.
There's actual pictures of it. We're not just going on.
It's even film. Yeah, I've even got film of it.
Yeah.
And it's quite spectacular. I'll show you. And I was thinking, wouldn't it be cool if Tito's done that?
Just as a promo.
So as a promo. So people buy more of his golden tickets. And he's done it in Japan as well. So he's done it quite subtly.
Yeah.
And so people watching go, oh yeah. Oh, he's in Japan.
You can't, Carl. You can't do that.
It doesn't matter.
I'm looking at the pictures, Carl, and
yeah,
I think if I sort of.
If you screw your eyes up,
shake my head,
stand on one leg,
and it could possibly be, but that's just clouds, mate.
It's like those magic eye things, isn't it? If you squint your eyes up enough, it looks like anything you want it to.
Yeah,
but I thought
the phenomenon is known as Fata Morgana.
Right. It said if you read the article, it says other things that have been found recently are things that look like footsteps. We think that. We think that Bigfoot might now be real.
Really?
I've got to say, this wasn't in the Daily Telegraph.
Have you started reading Sunday Sport or something? You'd be telling me Elvis is alive next.
On the moon.
Yeah.
So, I thought it was cool. I'm going to put that on because it linked the two stories, really.
I'll have a look at the video when we've done this one. I'll have a look at the video.
Yeah. And so Tito, getting his PR people out, he's still in prison, I believe.
Yeah.
But getting his people, so when he gets out, people will be going, come on, let's have one of those.
Let's have another light show in the sky, Tito.
Come on.
Hey.
Bring it on.
Well, I think that's it for this week. Don't forget to follow us on all the social media and get in touch with us via email if you want. All the details will follow. So thanks again for listening, and we'll see you on the next one. From Confessions from the Backseat, I'm Andrew Dean.
I'm Carl Royal.
And our producer, the fabulous
Christian Royal.